Bro, this sweat.
This is doing that shit again.
Hold on. I think that might be right though.
Hmm.
Turn it again. Cause if everything that's on the side come up, okay, then that shit again. Never mind. You right. I see the other side.
Yeah, I don't feel like I don't want to explain this again.
Son of a God. Son of a ready to die.
Okay, you see where you gotta get in the camera frame, don't you?
Damn. Man, we'll do when we leave. I want you to look in your back so you got a little adapter. I thought you might have put it in there in the access. It's so small, it might have put it. I can't find it for nothing.
Man, that look crooked, don't it?
It's pretty. And nigga and
Just straight now.
yeah. Let's see how this shit sound. That's what I'm fucking getting to do. Yeah, I'm trying to see how this shit sound because we so far back.
It sounds straight when I listen to it. Whoa.
Well, you know, with the mic, we be all the way on point.
We gotta do some it's getting late for me. I got a busy morning. Why's it echo like that? I think that's your computer, honestly. Cause we about to see.
And you just missed it. Go back.
Who?
It was just right there on your homepage.
Was it?
Probably watch it so much. See how yours sound.
Why I watch it so much.
What's the problem?
Your computer.
I mean, what's the problem though? That's what I'm asking.
It's not a problem.
So why you bring it up for?
Your computer's making it.
Is it worth it what you about to get into? I'm gonna write a book of threats.
Okay, you ready? Okay.
My
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
notes together.
You got notes?
Oh yeah, I had to take some notes. This is a good argument.
Nah,
I got
it's
some
not
funny
arguing-
points.
Arguing with you, man.
I got some funny points.
You want to do the intro? Good day, everyone. It's me, Gap Lord, friend extraordinaire. And it's Dr. Two Pans, and we are the Juice Crew villains. So today we'll be talking about, I know, y'all probably think we're gonna talk about the women, but no, I'm here to talk about the men today. Who is more dangerous, a masculine man or an emotional man? Let me say that again. Who is more dangerous, a masculine man or an emotional man? Women, who do you want in your house, an emotional man or a masculine man? I can answer that, but I'll leave it to y'all to answer it yourselves. So first, let's start it off. Who is more dangerous? We're gonna answer the short form, then we go into why.
Okay.
So who do you think is more dangerous, a masculine man or a feminine man?
Masculine.
Wow. Says the feminine man.
I didn't say I was a feminine man.
I did. I didn't say you did.
Don't say it like I said it again. Don't say it like I said it.
Okay, so
You feel me?
the masculine man is more dangerous. So what is a masculine man to you?
Man, I would say a masculine man is just a man that's a regular man, a man that has some type of character, moral system of codes that he lives by. He moves with righteous intent.
So you think righteousness is dangerous?
Wait till my point. Wait till we get to, you didn't ask me why.
I didn't ask you that question.
No, it's not.
You can't tell me what question to ask you.
But it's based off of my first answer. So to
Well,
answer, your question,
okay.
answer that question, no,
Okay.
righteous is not more dangerous.
That's all I asked. That's all I'm saying. It's a yes. It's a closed-ended question.
We don't answer it like that. But open.
I can answer how I want. So me personally, I think which is more dangerous, I think a feminine man is more dangerous. And it's kind of just clear to me. It's just like obvious. But okay, so why do you feel a masculine man is more dangerous than a feminine man?
Glad you asked. I got my top 5 reasons right here. So, number 5, masculine men get involved in politics. And when masculine men get involved in politics, masculine men create more justice, decrease profits for unqualified executives and key stakeholders. So that's why a masculine man is dangerous for that specific area. Masculine men speak against corruption. If we're being real about this in the corporate landscape that we have in America, if more masculine men spoke up and stepped out against corruption, there wouldn't be as many successful people as they are, because you won't let the corruption go, and we'll make up something that stops that. And because of that, it limits cross-functional collaborations, which is what masculine men are about, bringing the people together to get them to do something positive. These cross-functional collaborations, it hurts the ego. So it's a threat to a society that we really live in. A lot of people go by. A lot of people go by this, and the masculine man is a threat to the way of life for a large amount of people. I would say some of these people have Jumpman syndrome, LeBron James syndrome, just don't want to get a ball up, Kobe Bryant with the fro syndrome. Then masculine men create transparency and accountability. And if you know, like I know, the average person is scared to be held accountable, and when you're transparent with them, they're ready to kill you. And the number one reason that masculine men are dangerous in today's society is because they bring about solid love. And love destroys the hate, and haters have to live. They're gonna have to live. The haters are gonna want to hate. You gotta see what I'm saying? Like, it's people out here that are.
You recalling 3LW lyrics.
Am I really?
Haters gonna hate. Ball.
I didn't even know. Bobby said, like, well, you got these masculine men, that's why we got this toxic masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Because it's now being a masculine man is considered is dangerous. So, and these are some of the reasons that I say that people, I can agree with them, because it is a threat and a danger to a way of living that a lot of people are living, and they're profiting and winning big off of non-masculine behavior.
Spoken like a true banker. Let me tell y'all, the masculine man is not the most dangerous man. It's the emotional man. The emotional man, most emotional men end up in prison. You know why? Most emotional men, it's like, off the top of my head, it's like over 70% of men in prison are raised by single mothers. They grew up with their mother's behaviors, and I know I have family members in prison. Most of them was raised by single mothers. So they adopted traits of a woman, and men are supposed to have woman traits. Men are supposed to have masculine traits. Masculine traits are protectors, they're providers, they're sacrifice, they're willing to put their life down on the line for their families. Masculine is a positive thing, not a negative thing. Although society makes it seem like masculine is a negative thing, masculine is a positive thing. It's a protector, provider. It's not many people willing to lay their life down for their family. I'm speaking of somebody who's willing to do that. So that's why I'm saying these things. I also have a father who's willing to do these things. So feminine is supposed to be a trait of a woman, not a man. Absolutely. So when a man is feminine, it creates toxic behaviors. It creates things like robbery. It creates things like murder. It creates things like theft. It creates things like abusive relationships. Because when a man is feminine, he reacts off his emotions. So if he's upset, he may slap a woman across the face because he didn't like what she said. He may go rob a bank because he's low on money. He may go, let me see what else. He might go the R word somebody because he's lacking attention from the opposite sex. He may also commit numerous amount of other crimes. Most men in prison, like I said, are emotional men. Gangbangers are emotional men. They're looking for a place to belong. They're looking for a family. They need some love, so they seek other men, which is probably almost a little homoerotic. But yeah, they're really seeking a father at the end of the day. But those are just a few reasons why I think that feminine men are way more dangerous. And in my lifespan, during my encounters, feminine men have been the most dangerous men to me. I know we think as feminine men as maybe, generally speaking, they may think homosexual, but that's not what I mean. It's men who act emotionally and not logically. So let me define feminine. So that's a good. Men who act emotionally and not logically are typically feminine. They make decisions based on how they feel at the moment instead of what's best. That to me is a feminine man.
Well, I'm gonna go back. You're talking about prison and how they get there, and it goes back to what I was talking about as a threat. My perspective on this topic is coming from a different perspective, and it's coming from a perspective of someone who, also one of the perspectives I'm coming from is a person who owns a prison. If you're an owner of a prison, a real business owner of a prison, I mean, do you really want crime to stop? I don't think so. That's why they have prisons like San Quentin, where you go to San Quentin prison, if you're good enough in basketball, you can get to play against the Golden State Warriors. That's an above average living experience. People that go to school and college don't even get to do that kind of stuff,
So is it safe? So you think it's safe to assume that people who own prisons don't want crime to stop, or is it just realistic and logically just think that you can just look at the world and be like, well, there's a lot of men out here raised by single women, and they commit a lot of crime. I'm gonna say it's a combination of both. They commit a lot of crime.
I'll definitely say it's a combination of both, because when they're building prisons, in order to get that type of money to open a prison, and you're raising those kind of funds, unless you have it yourself, when you present that to your potential investors, you need to have some type of data. So based off of whatever this data is, in about 10 years, we'll have this prison filled up with this many occupants. We'll be able to get this much money off of each prison, on top of having them do other jobs that make us money as well for government contracting. I think that if there are some people that want crime to continue.
Yeah, it is. It's beneficial for them.
Crime pays. And that's why, having masculine, they want to.
I think like Democrats
to the masculine. Yeah, I would say Democrats are against masculinity. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about they want crime to. Maybe not. They're like the main promoters of crime.
But if we took 10 Democrat people and we said, how many of y'all really against for this masculine against it? Probably 9 of them would say against it.
Against it, yeah. So you think that the majority looks at masculine as a bad trait, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the majority of people in America have grown to that point where it's a bad trait.
Do you think the majority of women want feminine men or masculine men?
Ooh, I'm glad you asked. I think the majority of women, 10 women, and we're just speaking broad, just women, we're not going on ages or nothing, just basically how we see women today. I would say 8 out of 10 women will want a feminine man.
Wow, that's a lot. That's 80%.
But you see, and when I say that, because you always hear I want men to have emotions and be emotional and stuff like that. And you just look at the results of the men a lot of women they have to deal with, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just speaking, of course, from my anecdotal experience, but if you look at, the fatherlessness, the disparities, you know what I'm saying, the different things, you're dealing with men who are, who aren't real men. They're not very masculine. So the masculine man to step up and take care of his responsibilities, no matter how hard it is or how challenging it is. He's going to be there, how he can be there. I know everybody can't be there like they want to, and I understand that. But you're still going to carry yourself accordingly. You're going to carry yourself like a man no matter what the situation is.
So I got a slightly different opinion on that. I think most women want masculine men. Mm. But, was it caveat? I think most women want masculine men. I think a lot of men are masculine these days. But also, I think women don't know what they want. I think that they can say that they want these. They might find things from a feminine man attractive or whatever. But when it comes down to the end of the day, what they want long term, I don't think that feminine traits match what they want long term. I was watching a video. A man said that if he's very feminine too, but he said if somebody broke in their house, he said if somebody broke in their house, he's okay with his wife going down there to protect the house. And to me, he said, my wife can go down. She's a better shooter than me. I said, I don't care. I don't care if she's a better shooter than me.
Right, she could be
It's my duty. It's like, man, wife or not, even if it's kids or a woman in the house, I'm going to be the first one downstairs. Like when I hear a weird knock at the door or noise in the hallway, and everybody, I go check. I don't expect anyone else to go check because it's the simple fact that it just comes a part of the job of being a man. It's like I said, I am willing to lay my life.
Everybody won't be a man until it's time to
be a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's I think so in general, I think that a lot of women like a lot of the they're attracted to maybe sexually to a lot of the feminine traits, like men who really manicured and they do their nails and stuff. They look feminine
at the warehouse.
That's because men kind of got away from being men too. Men got them hair pieces now, like the girls. Men wearing weave like the women.
Yeah, what's up?
They embarrassed about being bald. That is crazy.
If it happened, it happened.
I didn't grow up like that.
But yeah,
I didn't grow up like that.
I get it.
The men in my family go bald and rock the bald.
Thing, you know what I'm saying? It's just the society.
Bro, they got hair pieces where you can
you
can glue it on your head.
Like you got the full 360 popping, like you deep dish. You know what I'm saying? Such.
And what's crazy, these same type of men used to complain about women having weave.
Mm-hmm.
They have weave now.
Some probably still do.
So it's so crazy. Men have adopted women. The women's identity.
Public service announcement: if you're a man that has weave in your head, stop today. You'll thank me later.
Then stop right now.
If you stop putting weave in your head as a man, it would change your life. I promise.
They got the waves too.
Man, I'm talking about the law. I'm talking about the dreadhead guys.
I'm talking about
with the predator braids.
So you okay? Let me get this right.
No, I'm not. I didn't say I was okay. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with any of it. But it's just all of it's ridiculous. But to make your hair, you're putting extensions in your what? So next thing you're gonna look up, these dudes gonna be fighting, they're gonna be grabbing each other hair. I see somebody get tackled. Grabbed his hair. And
he was mad.
Tuck it in.
The rules, right?
Yeah, tuck it in.
Yeah.
Now he gonna be cool. He on John Madden 25. Look at my dreads, bro, my picture. Anyway, hope it was real.
Yeah, so to sum up my little stuff, like I can't see how so to me a masculine man is all positive traits. It's somebody who protects, provides for his family and willing to lay his life down. So to me, that's not a dangerous man. That's a beneficial, productive man. And the emotional man is a non-productive man to me based off the way I see it. So I cannot see how a masculine man is more dangerous than an emotional man. And all the emotional men I know are in prison. And they were emotional as a kid. They grew up emotional men. And every single one I know, just speaking on from my family or friends, they're literally all in prison. They made impulsive decisions, and they're in prison.
It needs to be like that, Stay journey. You gotta learn your lessons.
Anecdotal too. So.
Yeah, but like I said, masculine men are dangerous because it does threaten business systems, businesses. If more men were in the house keeping these kids in check, the prisons would go down and the numbers would go lower, and you have less stakeholders and stock, and other ways to flip that money into something else because prisons do get government contracts, and you and I both know government contracting is big business. And having a prison is you can definitely swing some government contracts your way. So it just over even in politics and stuff, the whole country is led. I seem like led by more feminine people.
You think those are masculine men?
No, not at all.
So you're describing feminine men and labeling them as masculine.
No, I'm not. I wasn't saying it was masculine. I was saying the country's ran by feminine men.
Oh, but these people that you're saying building these prisons, it's safe to imply that you.
I'm not saying they're masculine. I'm saying.
So why are they more dangerous?
No, these are the people. Like I said, my perspective is coming from the overarching theme of what it means to be a man in today's society. And to be a man in today's society, you're a threat. you're a toxic man. A regular stand-up guy, you know, that's gonna go out here and do what he's supposed to do. You're essentially a threat to society, like Jesus Christ was.
So, are you an emotional man or a masculine?
I'm a masculine man.
Oh, you can't tell, can you?
Come
The way he talking.
Come try.
See, he think masculine. I gotta fight
No, I
you.
say come
Try me.
That's what
Try me.
that's what
Hulk
emotional-
smash.
That's what emotional
Hulk
man means.
smash.
When I say try me, I mean try me with whatever you have. See if you can make me mad. See if you can.
I can make him mad.
I like to see you try.
I just don't do those things.
It's impossible. That's what I've had to experience. I think impossible.
It's funny because it's like I kind of understand Trump
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't. But yeah, I think the country's ran by a lot of weak men. They just scared to do anything. Sinful women. Even the most powerful people, they do sucker stuff, and that's just weak. It's feminine to me, you know. And when I say feminine, I mean just unmanly.
Yeah, so thanks all to y'all. It's probably us too.
No, listen to some other people tuning in. We appreciate it.
Really?
J. Cole texted me. He said he caught the live. So
Mm.
appreciate Cole for watching.
Quavo text me.
Did he?
Yeah.
Man, he put people in for racquetball again. Then he didn't come through.
Yeah, they
Had me
said
up there.
gonna
I
pick me
was
up
up there waiting for them all day.
I was waiting for Jamie Foxx to pick me up for pickleball.
Y'all still play up there at what you call it?
Pickle.
Oh, for real? Y'all moved it? Okay, I'm gonna start coming up there with y'all. 'Cause I'll be up there with Brad Pitt and them at the fitness center over there off by main event.
Oh, where we used to hoop with R. Kelly at.
Yeah. Cause Kelly's got game. Boy, y'all don't know. Anyway, we don't need y'all. That's funny.
Yeah, so y'all let us know what y'all think. Are masculine men or feminine men more dangerous? This is obvious to me.
Do you want to stop masculinity for
Yeah.
profitability? Profitability. Stop masculinity, improve profitability.
God bless y'all.
Stop masculinity, improve profitability for your prison. The less fathers, the more prisoners. For each prisoner, we getting a 5-figure deal. We need 1,000 of them in there. And we're going to take 100 of them and make them build a church. And we're going to make a $500,000 off of that. And we're going to pay them 2 cents an hour.
Man,
Unless you go to San Quentin.
Ain't nobody, yeah, they live
Go to San Quentin. What the boys say? Miss a lot of opportunities up here.
A lot of opportunities up here.
I heard it all. I literally have heard it all. Nigga said opportunities in prison. I ain't never heard no shit like that. That's why I said, let me send this to